Oh. Man. It's so bad right now. Yeah, so much for hardwiring my stream. We're back, Kimmy, but my connection is unstable in Twitch. It's in the red for bitrate, so I don't know how long it's gonna actually stay on. Because, like, I'm looking at Twitch right now, and it looks pixelated as hell. Okay, now the connection's okay. Okay, it looks like it says it's back to excellent. I don't know what that actually means, because it's still fluctuating wildly. I'm like I don't think it's gonna hold. And I don't know what I can change to try and I'm like the only thing I could think to maybe do is like stop stream, see if I can connect to a different like server for Twitch and see if that's better. But I'm connecting to the server that's closest to me and it's still like because it's back up in OBS, but I don't know what the bitrate is sitting at for Twitch. Let me refresh it real quick. It's back up to 2500, and now it's back down in OBS. Crap. Well, can you guys still hear me? I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not. Okay, so you can hear me. It's like, I'm like, I haven't changed any, like, I've changed the settings and they've been working, like, the last few weeks, like, perfectly well. And I haven't altered any settings since. So it's like the only thing I can think of is to change the server I'm connecting to for Twitch. Okay, it says it's back up now. Okay. It looks like it's balanced back out now. You said it looks okay for you guys. We'll let a couple dialogue choices run and see how it goes. But let's just see if we can just try and get through this series of cutscenes.
Master Thancred!
Oh, maybe not on your guys' end, but it's been pretty bad on my end. But it looks like it finally balanced back out. We'll see how long it lasts. Let's just try to get through this chunk of cutscene, and then I'll try and decide what to do.
Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
It is what it is, Autumn. It's just... I'm like, I'm just at a loss. I'm like, if this keeps happening, I'm like, I don't know what to do. And it's gonna really kill any desire I have to stream, which sucks because I like streaming and I like hanging out with you guys and you guys experiencing this new stuff with me too. But I never have any trouble when I'm just playing. But more often than not, when I'm trying to stream and do this all at the same time, it just dies. Yeah, it's like I've replaced the router, I've hardwired my connection, I've made sure all my connections are like unlocked to their fullest capabilities. Like, and for a while there it was doing okay. I was getting caught back up, and then now today I'm like, it could be just a blip or it could keep continuing. I just don't know. And if it keeps continuing, I'm like, I wouldn't know where to start to fix it. So sorry, guys. Anyone who's watching the VOD,
him and
I'm
not
sorry.
the others?
Yeah, but like if you look at the CPU usage through OBS, I'm only using like 5% of my CPU. And like my computer shouldn't have any trouble like doing any of this.
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Thanks, Majin. I just wish it wasn't dealing with it at all. But, I mean, I think anyone would feel that way.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Interesting.
Cold.
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul. That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Vahabrea.
Thanks, Bill.
The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
I just tried to call Oriange on his link portal. He didn't respond, but I dare to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Ah, Oriange, something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. That was Oriange. He heard the voice too. In Fenalan. Or if we alone were afflicted at the meeting, I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Oriange, there can be little doubt. The Scions were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer with all possible haste. Prelude and Violet. Oriange agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of the others heard the voice, we're to find out soon enough. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seedseer. But if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know, alright? Promise me. Right, let's be on our way.
Oriange! Gods, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
Hey, Nome.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed, I shall make it my task to...
Ooh! Getting the voice again.
The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Oh, we about to lose Uriange? Uh-oh.
I hear it too.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Uriange!
Throw wide the gates.
No! No, this can't be happening!
Oh, now it's
Y'shtola!
Ishtola and Uriange.
Uriange! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Ooh, we're losing all the old guard. Well, at least we survived the call this time. Stream disconnected the first time. Forgive me, that was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any differently. You have borne the two of them to a private chamber, but tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in the like state in Alamigo? I'm afraid so, though given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lys that he should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledge, folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus, we will rouse them no matter what. That we will, Hori, that we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. Naz, very nice. Yep, just Uriange and Ishtola this time. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsa Laminsa. He's been waiting a Maelstrom command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Okay, so Maelstrom command. Holy boulder. Yep. But I always reappear next to Butt. Okay. Internet, Maelstrom command. There we go. This way. As you probably guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring him out to us. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can, and after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain.
Here he is, my lady.
Oh, I remember this little guy.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear. And for that, I am grateful. I don't know what I would do without you.
Well, no, I'd pass out. No. At least not yet. Assuming at some point.
Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. Yes, I am, Majin. Yes, I am. Just help if my internet stopped being stupid. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I will begin by researching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Ophelia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days, some of it for the good, some not so, but all around me people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphino to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march in the face of great adversity bearing the heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly.
Uh-huh.
Why do you hesitate?
I don't know what your actual face looks like, you schmuck.
Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
He doesn't walk right. That's definitely not Xenos. It's Meat Suit Xenos.
I should be the one to sigh.
Ooh, are we getting a new boy?
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree?
What a weird angle. I'm trying not to turn my head, I'm gonna torque my neck. And who are you, friend? I've seen your magic card, but I don't know who you are.
What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery.
God, you were like, I don't know who he reminds me of Arden, or does Arden remind me of him?
Dearest
I don't
grandson,
know. Who came
let
first?
me
Chicken or the
remind
egg?
you of your place in the simplest of terms. You do not make
Well, there's fucking English
judgments, you administer
Tilt the
them.
camera in normal direction?
Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err.
Yeah, this Dutch angle's killing me. I'm like, my neck!
If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it.
Holy shit. How is he still alive? Well, I was gonna say, how is he still alive? But I suppose that's an operative word.
Oh dear. Have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read.
Yeah, you definitely have Arden face. You were such a
I
dick.
pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
Chaos! Sorry. Let's go. Okay, come on. What's the deal with these Ascians? Need to get to that lore.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty.
Your face says that's not true.
To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns.
He stands so weird. It's like he's all walking forward with his hips and has like the most gangly arms I've ever seen. He totally stabbed me in the face.
To that end,
I like his coat
I
there.
have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
Wow. I guess that's the current emperor's way of being, can you shut the hell up?
Fiends are overfond of your own voices.
And I'm assuming that's she's just gonna like get up and
Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand.
Gimme. He's got bad posture, but he has a justifiable reason for bad posture. He had his spine, like, severed at 8 years old by a giant Merilith. If anyone has a right to walk funny, it's him.
Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
But whose view of rightful state are you talking about? Yours? Somebody else's? There's a lot of assumptions coming out of your mouth. Meanwhile, at the resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. There's Alphino. Yes! Show me the handsome tall dude. I liked staring at his face. Ooh, this is a pretty little alcove. My god, Alphino barely comes up to his hips. What in the world? Oh. Everyone's dead. Well, that's depressing. Dead. All dead, yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Garabanya, a gas. Black Rose, it was called. And to breathe it is to breathe your last. Wow, poison gas. And that did this? Such a pretty face. Okay, focus! I thought the project abandoned, and its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters, the Asians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Asians and put an end to their plot. Okay. He and Sid are even now, but I'm kind of leaning towards him. I may have a new husband soon. I like his face. Prelude and Violet. Okay, so I'm assuming this is 4-5 now? Are we in the last little bit of Stormblood now, I think? Right? Yes, maybe, kind of, sort of. Okay, well, let's pray to the 6 that we can make it through the rest of Stormblood without my internet going out again. Okay.
I'm glad you've come, though I'm afraid there's little in the way of good news. After you left, we reached out to both the Alchemists Guild and Stillglade Fane and attempted all manner of treatments. But the results were always the same. Whatever the answer is, it's not alchemy or conjuring. Why did it have to be Y'shtola and Urianger and not me? Out of all of us, they are the ones who could feasibly have solved this puzzle. And Elfino's still missing. God, it's all going wrong. Where do we even start?
A grave situation indeed. Might I be of some assistance?
Cryo! Hello, friend. You've been away a while.
Cryle! I thought you busy delving into the mysteries of Eureka.
When word reached me of the plight of our friends, I could not well stay away. As a fellow scion, not to mention your erstwhile mentor, this is one of those times you should feel free to call on me, regardless of my personal circumstances.
Yes, I should have thought of that. Thank you for coming, Cryle. We would welcome your insight.
And I should be happy to provide it. Now, what's this I hear about Alphino heading into Imperial territory? That boy always did have some funny ideas. Do you remember the speech he gave when he was accepted to the Studium?
My life's goal is naught less than the salvation of this star.
And I'm just like, uh-huh.
That particular grand pronouncement has been a source of great embarrassment to him, as you know. But the fact of the matter is, he meant every word and has lived his life accordingly.
Yes, he remains altruistic to a fault, but I'm worried he was too fixated on his goals to see the dangers, as has happened before.
You needn't be so concerned. Though his values remain the same, Alphino is not the blinkered boy he once was.
Slowly but surely his eyes have been opened, thanks to a certain someone. A certain someone whom he'd be mortified to learn had heard about his little speech. Mum's the word, eh? Right, I'd better have a look at our patients. They're in the infirmary, I assume. I'll need absolute quiet, so it would be best if I did this alone.
Look at my little feet.
All three are in fine physical health. At a glance, I would say they were merely sound asleep. Except for the fact that I couldn't sense the slightest trace of them in their bodies. It's as if their souls have taken leave of their physical forms.
Ah, yes. The Elder Seedseer made a similar observation.
I've read the report. When you heard this mysterious voice, you described feeling as if you were somewhere else, yes? If we assume the ether which comprises your essence is being drawn to some other place, then it may be possible to follow the trail it leaves behind, just as we did in our search for Thancred.
I wasn't around for that, but I can't imagine it was easy.
Oh, it wasn't. But that's no reason not to try. I will have need of Master Matoya's crystal eye if I'm even to make the attempt. So I suggest we pay her a visit.
Automatically send me there, or am I gonna have to hoof it? Oh, you're gonna make me hoof it, you face. Alright, we're on our way. Almost there. And there we are. I'd heard Master Matoya was something of a recluse, but this seems extreme. Still, I'll happily overlook her eccentricities if she agrees to help us. Yeah, Kimmy. Right, Majin? I just wish I lived in a small little hobbit hole somewhere.
Come to disturb my peace again, have you? I hide myself away in a cave, and still you people insist on pestering me with your problems. Oh, I mistook you for young what's-his-name, but I see now You're the sister. Weren't you supposed to be the lively one? I've seen happier faces at a rain-sodden burial.
Well, I'm sorry to dash your expectations, but the situation isn't exactly conducive to gaiety.
Ha! That's more like it. Stoller used to spit and hiss like a wildcat too. Better for a young thing like you to be filled with fire and leave the doom and gloom to your elders. Now, what exactly does this tragic situation of yours have to do with me?
If I may, Master Matoya, we have need of your crystal eye once more.
And Stoller is one of the afflicted, is she? Very well. She may be an ungrateful stray, but she's my ungrateful stray, and I'll not see her buried before I am.
Right. Let us see what we can see. I'll begin from where our friends first fell, and cast my senses out from there.
What is it? Did you find them?
This doesn't make sense. How is it even possible?
How is what possible? Kryl, what did you see?
The threads, they just ended. And no, I didn't lose track of them. I followed them as far as they went. It's as if they were cut off.
Could their ether have dissipated if it had? Oh gods! Their bodies are just husks. It's like the broodmother's daughter all over again.
No, this is different. The Kalyana girl was already dead, body and soul, when Lakshmi effected her resurrection.
Aye, let's not jump to conclusions. If their physical forms yet breathe and show no signs of wasting, then it follows that their souls must still be intact somewhere.
Where?
But where?
I said it first.
That's the question, isn't it, girl? Death has not taken them to the ethereal sea, yet there are no tracks left for us to follow.
Are they in a different sea? Because if they're in a different sea, that will explain it. Or are they on land on the opposite end of the ethereal sea?
We're no closer to an answer than when we started. But knowing their souls are still out there is progress of a sort. We just have to keep looking. Pray, excuse me a moment. Yes? I remember, but... What, to Alamigo? We're on our way. That was Lee's. Apparently, a group of Populares have defected to Alamigo, and Maxima, the envoy Alphino left with, is one of them.
Oh, interesting, okay.
I'm sorry. I realize we've barely begun here, but...
Go, child, go! You've made up your mind, and life's too short for dithering.
I'll do some digging in the meantime and see if there isn't some other method we could use to continue the search.
Let's be off then.
Oh, not again. The enchantment barely seems to take these days. I chalk it up to old age, but I rather doubt it's that simple.
Oh no. Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it, old lady. Or you'll fall over.
Before they took ill, Y'shtola and Urianger were sharing notes on a thinning of the ether. It seems to be happening all over.
Does it now? And here I was, all set to blame my woes on that creaking mountain of refuse clogging up the Thaliac. I fear something has gone awry. Still, there's naught to be gained from starting in shadows. You can only do what can be done, and that but one thing at a time.
Okay, so that was the woman who tamed Y'shtola. I had the distinct feeling of being grabbed by the scruff of the neck and having the nonsense shaken out of me. When Alphino is back, I'd like to visit again and ask her what tales she has of grandfather. Ooh, I can get more papanasi. I almost can't bear to hear what Maxima has to tell us, but it can't be bad news, can it? At least would have said, unless, there's no point speculating. Lee said she'd notified the guards of our coming, so we should head straight to the palace gate in the Almaken quarter. I'll be praying for good news. Learn what you can about Alphino's plight, and leave the search for our friends' lost souls to me. Oh, there we go. Greetings, Science. Okay, I don't need to read that. There we go.
I'm sorry to drag you halfway across the realm, but when Maxima mentioned Alphino, I thought you'd want to hear the news in person.
He's hanging out with people who are weird, but he's fine.
Ah, we meet again. Though I was hoping our reunion would be under more auspicious circumstances.
What happened to my brother? Where is Alphino?
Never fear, my lady. Your brother was in fine health when I took my leave of him, and I have no reason to assume that has changed.
You assume?
If you will allow me, I shall endeavor to explain events.
Yes, tell me more about the pretty man.
Our troubles began not long after we departed Doma. While crossing the burn, we were fired upon by the Emperor's personal guard and forced to make an emergency landing. As we stumbled from the wreckage, our attackers fell upon us again, and we would have perished there and then were it not for the intercession of a third party, a band of mercenaries whose leader claimed to pursue a vendetta against the Ascians. This shadow hunter, as he styled himself, then escorted us out of the wastes to relative safety. Upon arriving back in civilization, I gathered my Populares colleagues and prepared to flee the Empire. Master Alphino, however, declined the invitation to join us, preferring to continue his investigation into the Ascian threat.
Of course he did.
Well, at least he's not lying in a heap in the burn. Tell us more about these Ascian hunters. Who are they? And is Alphino still with them?
He is. As to who they are, I'm afraid I have nothing to tell you. Beyond the fact that they root out and destroy Ascians, they were unwilling to divulge anything which might serve to identify them. They would not even reveal their next destination. But Master Alphino asked to accompany them all the same. Since parting company with your brother, we've been engaged in a game of cat and mouse with the Emperor's Guard. We made our way through province after province, finding the army busy restoring order wherever we went, until we finally arrived here in Alamigo. I cannot thank Commander Aldin enough for giving us such an unexpectedly warm welcome.
I'm not inclined to turn away refugees, no matter which land they call home. And if they can tell me how things lie in Garlemald, all the better.
On that subject, there is much I would tell you. During the course of our journey, we heard tales that an entire rebel army had been slaughtered in the space of a single night. It would seem my former comrades grew tired of putting down uprisings in the conventional manner, and chose instead to bring a formidable new weapon to bear. Details were sparse, but the rumor alone was enough to dampen the flames of rebellion. I have also heard reports that several companies have withdrawn from their designated provinces and begun marching westward. It is my assessment that the Empire's forces are mobilizing for a large-scale military engagement.
Westward? You mean they're getting ready to invade Alamigo?
We knew this was coming, but not that it would be so soon.
We've barely even begun to shore up our defenses. They won't stop an invading army.
No, they won't.
Uh-oh.
Dispatch messengers to the Alliance leadership requesting reinforcements, and send word to our officers in the field to hasten completion of those border fortifications. Prepare to meet the Imperials head on! No matter how quickly we act, we still want for time. When the enemy comes into view, our best recourse will be to open negotiations with their commander, and see that the ensuing proceedings take as long as possible.
Would you and Alize head to Doma and let Lord Hien know about this? I'm sure he'll want to hear about Alphino too.
Consider it done. We'll send word when...
More headaches.
Untold sorrow must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates.
Okay, so no one's going down yet.
You heard it too. Well, at least we're both still standing.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we'd lost you for a moment there. Why does this keep happening?
I wish I knew. Nothing we've tried has brought us any closer to an answer. We'll keep working on it. But first, we need to go and see Lord Hien.
Alphino doesn't seem to be getting headaches at all. Okay, so Alphino is safe for the present at least. Now all we need to worry about is a full-scale Imperial invasion. I'm actually glad Lise tasked us with visiting Lord Hien. Better be dashing from place to place than sitting around stewing over things we can't change to the Enclave. Ah! No, bring me the map. Pivot. Let me in. Look at all the peoples. Greetings, my friends. I was just discussing future endeavors with the members of our newly formed alliance. Inclusion in the Confederacy you already know, and it was your own strength of arms that won us the cooperation of the steppe tribes. Oh, excuse me. We have also been joined by our neighbors from Nansha, and the indomitable citizens of Dalamaska, though the scattered nature of the latter's resistance will somewhat delay their official induction. Oh, I don't think we've met anybody from Dalmasca before. These proud peoples have united under a single purpose, to stand against the tyranny of the Garlean Empire. I am glad to see your alliance is coming together so swiftly. As things stand, I fear we shall soon have need of your strength. I thank you for bringing me news of Alphino. His fate is ever far from my thoughts, and not only because he is our emissary. As for the sudden deployment of Imperial forces, I agree that Alamigo would be wise to shore up its borders with all haste. Say never far from my thoughts. That just makes me think of Estinian, and why he hasn't reappeared yet. Ah! Every report we receive from our shinobi indicates a massing of troops in the western provinces. It seems all but certain that the Empire is posed to bring its fist down upon Eorzea. And I would help deflect that blow, but I cannot risk sending reinforcements just yet. We will remain vulnerable to airborne assault until our wall in the burn is in place. The all-important Allegan energy barrier. Smooching dragons. Oh, I'm sure. The energy barrier, yes. I thought to call it something more auspicious. A name drawn from the four lords of legend, perhaps. Serios Aegis, or some such... Well, just a thought. The Ironworks engineers report that they have finished calibrating the generators and are ready to proceed to the testing stage. Have you had time to attend the first test? You've seen the field with projected as a slaw firsthand, and I would be interested to hear how you think ours compares. I will come too, if you don't mind. Though I am no Ashtola, I may be able to offer some insight. Of course, time being of an essence, it would be best if we made directly for the burn. Yukiri, I leave you and Hakuro to bring the war council to a close. Understood. Your mounts are saddled and ready, my lord. Where are the storms? Ooh, that looks like pasta? Thick noodles? Ooh, yes. Let's do that. Ah! No, I don't want to talk to you. No offense. We will cross the burn by Yola and Falcon as before. Join me at the overlook near the House of the Fierce. Nope, next one. Gimme! Do not make me come over there. You're fine. Okay, give the word when you're ready to take wing. Yes. We must away!
It seems the engineers have matters well in hand. Should the barrier work as we intend, Doma will be free to reinforce her allies in Alamigo without fear of weakening her own borders.
Well, let's just hope it doesn't go kaboom, because that would suck.
Honored friends, the time has come to put your hard work to the test. Start the generator.
Well, true enough, maybe.
Node 1 is operational. Nodes 2 to 8 are reporting similar energy levels. The barrier is forming. $1,000 yards. 2,000. 3,000. Expansion remains smooth. No fluctuations detected. 4,000. 5,000. Target altitude reached. The barrier is holding steady at 5,000 yards. We've done it.
Is that an Imperial airship? Of all the rotten timing.
But this is a gift, Mistress Alize. They can test our new wall for us. Seems solid enough, though I was hoping for a fireball.
I was hoping for violence. Oh, isn't that our friend? Oh no! Oh no, what happened to Alpha No? He's holding Alpha No. No, is he not holding Alpha No? Oh crap. I guess he was getting headaches.
By the gods. It's Alpha No.
Aww.
What are you? Let me go! He has my brother!
Lower the barrier!
Yeah, right, no man. It's like I just wasn't seeing him get headaches. Aww. Poor baby. Like everyone runs off half.
Be at ease, girl. The lad is not dead, merely locked in slumber.
No, not him too.
I know, that's a deep voice, Biff. I like it. He's overtaking Sid in my heart.
We could identify no cause and found no remedy. Thus I sought to return him to Doma, and into the arms of Lord Hien himself, it would seem. It is a day for fated reunions. Would you not agree, adventurer? Or should I address you as the Warrior of Light?
See? Ha! See? Ha! Ha! I told you, clowns! I told you!
Aye. Gaius van Baelsar, the Black Wolf. That was the title I was given. One I have long since relinquished.
I forgive you for all your BS you put me through. Your face makes up for it.
Stand down. The legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion died in Castrum Meridianum. I am no more than Gaius Baelsar, a man without rank or allegiance.
You have my allegiance.
Impossible. There's no way you could have survived.
Do you remember how it unfolded? How I was deceived by La Habrea? How I was convinced that reviving the Ultima weapon would allow me to bring peace to Eorzea? The Ascian used me, as he used so many others, all to further the restoration of his wretched god. Yet even with the might of Alec at my command, you bested me. and as the Praetorium went up in flames, I was content to burn along with it. For a moment, at least. A moment of folly. To surrender my life thus would have been to betray all who died for my cause. It was for them that I dragged myself free of the rubble, and swore vengeance on the Ascians. The Black Wolf has shed his pelt, never to return to Garlemald or her legions. I live now only to exact revenge. My principal quarry was to be La Hebrea, whom I gather you have since ushered onto oblivion.
Yes.
But so many more remain. Long as their kind lurked in the shadows, laboring to sow chaos throughout our world, I would see each and every one dragged into the light and put to the sword. Are the Scions not of like mind?
In this single respect, perhaps.
Then I shall continue the partnership the boy began, and share what intelligence I have acquired. Among the Ascians, the Black-Masked Ilk are subordinate to those who wear red. This you already know.
I enjoy him too, Rajan.
Yet among the red there exists a hierarchy. Those set adrift with the shards clearly stand below those still joined to the source. Nabriales, who once dared to intrude upon the Rising Stones, belonged to the former group, and while he was indeed a dangerous foe, his powers were inconsequential next to the paragons of the Source. The first was La Hebrea, who plagues us no more. There is also the white-robed Elidibus, and the elusive Emmett Selk.
Oh, Emmett Selk, that's the name I recognize.
We have files on La Hebrea and Elidibus, but I believe this Emmett Selk is new to us?
Yes.
As I assume my brother told you, we have evidence to suggest that an Ascian now walks in the body of the Crown Prince. Have you identified this interloper?
Elidibus seems the most likely culprit. As emissary, it is his role to maintain the equilibrium between darkness and light.
Can he just talk the rest of the time? Like, I don't care about anybody else's voice. He just needs to continue talking.
Your many deeds in Heideland's name have upset the balance, and I believe he seeks to restore it by throwing his considerable power behind the Empire. As a leader of the Ascians, he is one of our primary targets. It was on the trail of this very prey that the boy and I came across the scene of a failed uprising. In the absence of a single Garlean casualty, we inspected the bodies of the rebels, and the lack of any external injury drew my immediate attention. They had been slain by Black Rose, an alchemical invention of the Imperial Army.
I know, Bill.
When I yet served as legatus, I ordered its production halted, and all stockpiles destroyed. Toxic gas is not a tool of conquest, but of extermination.
Toxic gas? This must be the new weapon Maxima warned us about. Something deadly enough to sweep away all resistance in a matter of hours. Gods. You don't think they're planning to use this in Alamigo, do you?
Put your fears to rest. We infiltrated the production facility and destroyed all existing stores of the chemical along with the plant itself. Even should they rebuild the operation, they will not soon manufacture another batch.
Oh, so his voice actor is the guy who plays Roose Bolton? Oh, so he's attractive in real life too. Nice. I was wondering why his voice, it was bothering me. It was like an itch. I'm like, God, his voice sounds familiar. I'm like, why? I haven't watched Game of Thrones in a long time, so I wouldn't have connected those two things. Can I just give him a phone book? And he can just read in the phone book in his voice? I like his voice.
Regardless, I would draw your attention to a directive we discovered in the plant's records. The document was marked with a recent date and authorized with the signature of one Zeno Ciegalvas.
He is Choco. I liked his character when he was quote-unquote the villain in A Realm Reborn, but I like him now too. I mean, don't get in, probably because his face is pretty, but still, what his characterization so far, I really like too. Outside of his very pretty face.
A dead man signing the death warrant for thousands. 'Tis bad comedy.
But the tale does not end there. Within that same facility was a chamber filled with devices of elegant design. Cloning technology, we realized.
Right, Majin? Would like to call me about my car's extended
And what
warranty.
should we find in each and every incubator? But a young Emperor Solus.
Interesting. He's possessing his own clone. God, it's so stupid. It's so weird.
All of which prompts the question, were the Ascians responsible for these abominations, or was it the will of the Emperor? I must know which hand guides the Empire. Though I have given up my rank, I am yet a son of Garlemald, and I will fight for the future of my homeland. It is time I return to the hunting of shadows. We should focus on our common foe. To reopen old quarrels now would serve no purpose.
You saved my brother's life, so I'm willing to let sleeping dogs lie. But in truth, it's not my decision to make.
Aw, see, my sass would be like, pick this one. But I'll be a good person and I'll pick this one.
There was a time when I scorned those who placed their faith in false gods, even as I, in my blinkered conviction, place mine in Ascian promises. Unlike yours, my strength of will and my restraint was found wanting. We shall meet again, warrior of light.
I hope so. I'm gonna miss your pretty face while it's gone. Your stupid coat's in the way, so I can't be happy watching you leave.
So that was the infamous Black Wolf. An unexpected ally, to say the least. Well, I am content to leave the fine-tuning of the barrier to cleverer minds. Let us bid our friends from the Ironworks farewell, and see what can be done for Alphino back in Dorma.
Yeah, Mashin. I forgot to get your phone number. Come back. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Minor dip. But we're okay again. Oh, we're dipping again. Oh, we're okay. That's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, Alphino is safely ensconced in a private chamber. My finest healer is examining him as we speak. Yeah, it just dipped for a second, Majin. It should be fine. Yeah, I think I'll get to, Shadowbringers. I'll watch the cinematic, and then I think we'll probably stop for the day. Hopefully I'm close. Oops, I totally missed what she just said. It seems that even the lands of the Empire were not far enough away to escape that cursed voice. I share your frustration, Alisei, I do, but Alphino is returned to us alive and otherwise unharmed. All that remains is to find the means to wake him. Until then, you can but fulfill your duties as a scion, yours and your brother's both. You're right, of course. There are arrangements to be made and little time to make them. To business then, my lord. Now that we know Sirius Wall works as intended, can we expect reinforcements for Alamigo? You most certainly can. As promised, we will send troops to bolster our allies in Eorzea without delay. Pray be aware, however, that they will not arrive without delay. Save for some few who boast teleportation magics, the bulk of our force must be transported by sea, a lengthy voyage for which the smaller vessels favored by the Confederacy are ill-equipped. Accordingly, I mean to enlist the assistance of the East Aldenard Trading Company in finding suitable ships. As for navigating the distance in question, we are in the happy position of being able to call upon those who plotted the course of my people's exodus to Eorzea. Beyond the procurement of ships, I think it unlikely that our East Aldenard friends will consent to any involvement in military operations, but I am certain they will afford Alphino a berth aboard one of their vessels. I shall have a Trojan accompany him every elm of the way to the Rising Stones. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. Yukiri, I will go on ahead with our friends to Alamigo, enlist all those capable of teleportation, and put them at the disposal of the Eorzean Alliance as soon as possible. They will form the vanguard. Yes, my lord. This is exactly what we'd hoped for. These three Alliance leaders will be glad indeed to welcome the combined strength of the East. Meanwhile, at the Black Rose chemical plant. White coats.
Our supplies of Black Rose have been ruined, but the new plant is already under construction. We should have the first batch ready in time for the offensive, Your Radiance.
See that you do.
Oh, they didn't get to it in time. There was a new flower. Oh god, here's this dude again.
Ah, yes, the infamous Black Rose. If I recall correctly, Gaius did not much care for the invention. A ruthless and indiscriminate weapon indeed, this airborne poison. It seems you are capable of making decisions worthy of your bloodline.
Your eyes are cray-cray.
With no gift for sorcery, we Garleans must look to Magitech to even the odds. If it spares the needless deaths of our soldiers and serves the cause of this empire, there is no method I would not employ.
Oh, you're so dumb. Your helmet looks stupid.
How very noble of you.
Truly, though, I must commend you for embracing your role as Emperor. You play the part of the determined ruler well. Sometimes even I catch myself believing.
You're so full of crap. Oh, he wants to punch you so hard in the face. I mean, he's already shot you.
A silent agent of death. Now that I think on it, Black Rose may well possess the perfect aspect. Slowly but surely, the deluge of light has worked upon the ether here in the source, and the gas should be most susceptible to its influence. Well, I shall leave you to your own devices. Go forth and bloody the land with your grand and glorious war.
Oh yeah, he told. Well, actually,
While you do what precisely?
Sure, 15 probably came out like after, so they are very much the same in terms of like strut and attitude. I'm gonna like him. He's gonna be a dick the entire time.
Need you ask? I will be doing what all Ascians do.
Being a raging pain in my ass.
I am well aware that your kind exists only to usher in the next calamity. But you seem oblivious to the harm your singular agenda causes to the Empire.
You cannot have forgotten the events which followed your mortal demise. Our homeland was plunged into civil war for your failure to name a successor. The edifice you so carefully constructed was but a hair's breadth from collapse.
I'm not gonna have any more husbands, Bookwormish. Sid is like a consort now, because Gaius is in the lead. So, he is my current husband.
Are you truly so naive? You thought me oblivious to the consequences of a departure so painstakingly timed?
It was by design?
Well, of course it was. Though I will admit the resulting panic exceeded even my wildest expectations. But how can you be surprised? Throwing the world into disarray was the very purpose for which this nation was, as you say, so carefully constructed.
I think he's like, we're gonna very slowly realize just how epically
if
he's
you
gonna play.
have no further questions, I must be on my way. Since we may not meet again in this lifetime, it would be remiss of me not to offer a word or two of gratitude.
Oh man, he's gonna shoot you
I really
again.
must thank you for this surplus of vessels. I can mold any host into my own image, but having bodies tailor-made for me in this fashion is so much less tiresome. You dabbled in Allagan cloning techniques, yes? It certainly is a compelling, not to mention entertaining, field of research. And of all the options available, you chose the founding father on whom to experiment. You have a twisted streak to you, Varis, like grandsire, like grandson, hey? If events play out as planned, this will become something of a family enterprise.
Ugh. You're lucky you're entertaining, because I want to punch you in the
You
face.
will be the capstone of this world, I the anchor and shard, and together we will give the lie to this star's fraudulent existence.
He's gonna shoot you again. He's not gonna shoot you again? Aw, I was so certain he was gonna shoot you again. It would certainly serve him right to get shot again. Come on, I need to get to the finish. Please. You must leave now to convene with the Orza's leaders, and it may be some time before I return to Doma. Akuro, I leave you in command. My lord. I shall assemble an advance party with all haste and join you in Alamigo forthwith. I've just received word from Lise the Alliance has established a base camp near Alamigo's northeastern border. Oh, I need to go to Alamigo? Oh, so are you... What? Huh, okay. Pippin? I'm coming! I'm coming! Wait for me! Oh, crap. imagine everyone saw that. Yeah, it seemed to dip really quickly and then it seems to be fine now. Let me refresh my end, see. Yeah, it's still... Oh, the KBBS is it's dropping in OBS. It's gonna go out again, guys. Does anybody know how many quests I have left for Stormblood? Okay. Yeah, because it's dipped down to below 3,000 in Twitch, and it's down below 2,000 right now in OBS. No, that's fine. A dungeon is fine, Bookwormish. Like, I knew one more was coming up anyway, because there's usually one more before the very end. 6, 7 quests. See, that's still quite a few quests. Yeah, my internet's gonna drop out again. It held for a while there comfortably. 4 quests. That's not too bad. Okay, so 4 left. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. We have 4 left. It'll take us cleanly to the finish, and hopefully by Saturday everything will be balanced back out. But I just know with the fact that it's diving up and down right now that it's gonna give out. Thanks for the follow and helping me reach my goal. Yeah, it may just be a blip for today, but because I mean, it held pretty nicely. We got a little extra chunk in for stream, but I can just see it jumping up and down again. And this is how it started, where it kind of dropped and came back up and then dropped and came back up. But, see, and it's back up to normal now, so it's like, it could have just been a momentary blip, but like, if I would you guys like me just to keep going? Because, like, my concern is, like, either, like, halfway through a dungeon or something, it's gonna, like, cut the VOD again. But it seems to have gone back up to 4 now. So it seems to be holding, so... Yeah, Kimmy, good luck with your packing and stuff and have fun. Yeah, okay, we'll just take it 1 quest at a time. So... Yeah, we'll just take it 1 quest at a time and see if we can't finish and get through Stormblood today. If I only have 4 quests left, I imagine if one's probably a dungeon, this shouldn't take too long, I hope. So, yeah, let's just try. Because I would like to finish Stormblood today. And then finish with the cinematic for Shadowbringers. So that way we can start fresh, hopefully, with no issues on Saturday. Ah, you must be the Scion party I was told to look out for. If you'll follow me, I'll take you directly to Alliance headquarters. Okay. Yeah, me too, Majin. And that's probably what bothers me more. It's like, I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but like... It's a combination of like worrying about like it being dumb for you guys and then like losing some... Yeah, it's just a weird combination of things. And I'm gonna try not to let it bother me, but... It's just very frustrating. Sounds good, Mina. Get some rest.
Welcome back, you two. Greetings, Lord Hien. Glad you could join us.
Glad to be here. I would have come sooner, while our own defense is not in question, but I am pleased to report that our soldiers are assembling for deployment to Alamigo as we speak.
Right, Astra?
We're grateful for your support. Thanks to the efforts of our allies, it won't be long before we've established defensive positions on this front as well.
Thanks, Majin. I appreciate it.
We have some good news, too. Alphino has come back to us. As for the bad news,
So, Alphino won't wake up, Gaius van Baelsar is alive and hunting Ascians, and the Empire is planning to poison us all with toxic gas. Does that sound about right? Ordinarily, any one of those things would have left me in shock. But the way things have been lately, it's all starting to seem pretty normal. Getting back to your report, are we sure this Black Rose is the weapon Maxima was talking about?
It fits the description. And it seems we have Alphino to thank for sparing us an early demonstration of its effectiveness. I have a feeling this won't be the last time his bravery in the Empire will serve us here in Eorzea. The threat of an unknown weapon has had us all on edge. But now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take steps to defend against it. As for Gaius, I'm not sure what to think. Am I happy he's alive? Not in the slightest. Am I happy he's hunting Ascians? Aye, I'd have to say I am.
Oh, speaking of Garleans you didn't expect to see, we have a tale of our own, as it happens. When we sent envoys to the Imperial Army to request talks, they returned with the message that Varis Zos Galvus would be attending.
Huh, interesting. Okay.
The Emperor himself. Well, Varis did sanction the Popularis peace mission. But knowing that an Ascian walks in his son's skin, I do not see how we can trust him or anyone from that nest of vipers.
The Alliance would proceed with negotiations regardless, if only to give ourselves more time to prepare. We do, however, require your cooperation.
Right. Yes. So, as a condition for the talks to go forward, the Empire has requested that a member of the Scions be present. There'll be a representative from each Alliance nation, of course, but I'm afraid we have to ask that you come along too.
God, Lise, you know how much I hate politics. But then, what choice do I have? Alphino and the others aren't going to do it. Very well. I shall attend as the Scion's representative.
In case you're wondering why I didn't ask you, the Empire also requested the presence of Eorzea's champion. That's settled then. We don't know what Varis means to bring to the table, or why he wants you there, but having you close at hand will make all the difference.
The meeting will take place on the border. Anticipating an early assault, we mean to position the bulk of our forces nearby.
The Alliance leaders should already be on their way. Once you're ready, we can head out and join them.
Well, I don't suppose it's polite to keep an emperor waiting too long, shall we? Oh, hey! I remember what this one's like. What is this? What is it? 4 or 5? No, it's not 5. It's 4. Is it 4 or 6? I don't remember.
esteemed representatives of the Eorzean Alliance. On behalf of the Garlean Empire, I thank you for inviting me here today. As this parley was convened at your request, I invite you to speak first.
Very well, Your Radiance. I, Nanimo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, should be pleased to oblige you. As recent events in Alamigo and Doma have made plain, the subjugation and exploitation of neighboring nations is not a sustainable policy. Should this day end in war, you may very well defeat us, but you will never extinguish the people's desire for freedom. Though it may not be in our lifetime, there will be another revolution, another war, and the cycle will continue. Doma has entered into a concord with the nations of Eorzea, a partnership wherein we recognize one another as equals. Garlemald could be afforded similar treatment. You need only set aside your ambitions and join us in paving a path towards peace.
You will not win me over with sophistry, Your Grace. As you know only too well, this alliance lacks the strength to keep the peace within its own borders. Even now, your struggles with the Beastmen continue unabated. Divided, you sow this fertile soil with the seeds of your differences and reap naught but discord and chaos for your trouble. Eorzea must be united under one leader, one purpose. I would offer you both and bring an end to your strife.
With all due respect, Your Radiance, the only thing that you offered the people of Alamigo was fear and hopelessness.
The citizens of Doma can also attest to the meager arms of imperial rule. There is no purpose to be found in a life of oppression, each day more uncertain than the last.
Our people are willing to die for their freedom. A great many already have, and countless more will, if we don't put an end to this madness here and now.
We brought order and stability to your lives. This madness and bloodshed is of your own making. You broke the peace, not Garlemald.
Peace. Order. You kill our peoples, despoil our lands, take everything that is ours. And what? You expect us to lick the boot that grinds our faces into the dirt?
I expect you to weigh the costs. To recognize that countless lives have been lost on both sides in pursuit of a greater good, and to not squander all we have achieved in a fit of petulance.
Your Radiance, I fear I can personally attest to the dangers of pursuing one's vision with such righteous fervor. For 1,000 years, the Holy See of Ishgard waged war with dragons. 1,000 years of sacrifice, of sorrow and hate, in which we bathed in the blood of friend and foe alike. Had it gone on any longer, we may well have drowned. Yet we have chosen to raise ourselves out of this bloody spiral, and have since made peace with our former enemy.
So I understand. No doubt the dragons were more receptive to your overtures in the wake of their leader's demise. You speak of peace, yet use war to achieve it. Your father would not have bothered to obscure his intent with honeyed words. He understood that strength is all that matters in the end. Without his clarity of vision, I can but wonder what will become of Ishgard and her people.
Okay. Can you guys hear me now? I tried to give it a minute to cycle through its issue. Okay, I'm gonna stop it here. Because it's either that I'm gonna whine for like 20 seconds and it's gonna balance out for the rest of stream, but I don't know how much time is left. It could be 5 minutes, it could be half an hour. But it's just gonna keep getting worse. It might balance out for the duration, it might not. It might cut me out again, but it's still bouncing up and down really badly. Okay, 15, 20 minutes. Okay, yeah, we're gonna stop. Yeah, we'll stop here. We made some decent progress towards the end. We've got like 3.5 quests left. So hopefully we can actually finish and start Shadowbringers on Saturday. But we'll just have to play it by ear on Saturday if I can't figure out what's screwing it up now this time. We'll see, Kimmy. I may just finish this one out. Just so I can keep it going. I mean, you guys are aware of what happens, so you'll miss a couple of minutes of reactions, but yeah, sorry again, guys. I really thought this was behind us for a while, but clearly it's not. But yeah, thank you for spending the afternoon with me. I really appreciate it, and for your infinite patience with the internet nonsense. So if I don't, hopefully you'll have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will hopefully see you guys on Saturday to actually finish Stormblood and start Shadowbringers. Otherwise, if I don't see you Saturday, have a lovely weekend, and I will see you guys next week.